It's HYLN video time, and we'll explore prime power, and in particular, when the grid becomes strained. Now, there was a natural event that occurred in the middle of January 2024 in Texas. A snowstorm came through and blessed it with cold weather for several days, and when this happens, there's a normal supply of electricity. However, the demand becomes very, very high. I don't live in Texas, so I'm just looking at it from afar. But the nice thing is that they actually have real-time dashboards, so you can take a look at the energy consumption, prices, and fuel mix as this takes place. On January 16th at 7:15 in the morning, their time, the committed capacity is the line in purple, and the demand is the line in light blue. And the light blue line is approaching the demand line. And the only thing that the electric grid, the power companies, and there's multiple of them in Texas, they can do is they can ask the customers to conserve power. There's a conservation appeal. If safe to do so, reduce electric use. And it shows the reserves at 5,726 megawatts. On the Public Utility Commission of Texas website, there's a conservation appeal, and it says emergency and management staff are on duty to ensure grid reliability during this cold weather. And these are the prices for electricity in Texas during the time of the storm. At 7:20, the prices are high. Everything is shown in red. I'm sure that customers do not want to pay top dollar for electricity. So the more electricity that a person or a company uses, the more that it's going to cost during this time period. And as the sun comes out, the land warms up, those solar powers get charged, and over on the right-hand side, the prices come down because it's no longer in red, it starts turning yellowish orange in color. The fuel mix, and this is from January 15th during the previous day, but as you can see, the sun, it comes out at 8 o'clock and it sets around 5:30-ish. And it only constitutes a very small portion of the fuel mix that's used to produce electricity. And it seems like some of the focus is around solar power, which is this very, very small sliver. However, energy technology companies such as HYLN, they seem to be focused on the lion's share of the fuel mix, which is natural gas, and that embodies most of the fuel mix that's used to generate electricity. Above it, there is a wind source, which is a renewable source, and they can extract power from that 24/7. However, with the sunshine, the sun doesn't shine at night in Texas. The sun sets and then it comes up the next day. So there's a very limited period to tap into this renewable energy source each day. And when the sun comes out at 8:24 in the morning, their time, there's a little bit of solar power, a little bit of wind, and a whole lot of natural gas. And then there's that bad stuff, the coal. This is taken from the Energy Information Administration department dealing with renewable energy, and they're talking about ramping up renewable energy sources such as solar panels. So if you're concentrating on building a bunch of little solar panels and relying on solar power, they are projecting, and this is kind of a wish, to go from 6% solar power in 2022 to 25% solar power in 2035, and that would push down the natural gas consumption by about 10%. What happens if you can use that natural gas more efficiently? Another interesting tidbit is when there's a winter storm, you have to be able to move this electricity to places that need it, and apparently there's congestion on the grid. Think of that. It's like, instead of running cars down the highway, you're running electrons down wires, and you can only move so much of it at a time, and the winter storm contributed to a jump in the congestion cost during 2021, and that line, $1 million, cost more during that period, and that was due to a winter storm. So when there's a high demand, the cost to provide electricity to remote areas, that increases. What happens if you can take, I don't know, a generator from some technology company and deploy it in a place where you need it, so you don't have to worry about congestion cost? That seems like a great idea. Now, there's certain customers that want a lot of electricity, and this is taken from the Energy Information Administration. And at one point, they went out and they wanted to survey how many Bitcoin miners, which is cryptocurrency, how much electricity that they used. And then in February of this year, for some reason, they said, oh, just kidding. You don't have to worry about that. Grid planners have also begun to express concern over the rapid growth in electricity demand associated with cryptocurrency mining. The Electricity Reliability Council of Texas, ERCOT, has 41 gigawatts of requests for new cryptocurrency mining capacity, for which 9 gigawatts of planning studies have been approved, according to a different committee somewhere. So you have customers that are going to power companies asking for absurd amounts of electricity, and they only can give them 25% of that request. There is not enough to go around. And according to the Cambridge Bitcoin Energy Consumption, I don't remember what the I stands for, industry information. Right now, on a 24-hour basis, Bitcoin mining consumes about 20 gigawatts of power. In total for the year, the estimated consumption is estimated to be around 170 terawatts. And as time goes on, mining for imaginary cryptocurrency increases. So these people are going to be looking for electricity from somewhere. And I know that the Chinese government said, no, you cannot do Bitcoin mining. You cannot hold Bitcoin. They did away with that. But the US government's like, it's a security. It's not a, oh, you know, just let's do all this Bitcoin mining. So you're essentially mining for real limited resources, such as coal and natural gas, and then turning those precious resources to mine for imaginary coins on the internet. Who would have thought that would be a thing, but it is. And there's a limited amount of dead animal and plant matter under the earth. And the only other resource that I guess we can tap into is the sun, the wind, and water. And there are companies out there that are trying to find better ways of generating electricity. That's it for this video, and of course, thanks for watching.